Hi, in this video we'll be showing you the end-to-end project management function with Solid Performance CRM. So in Solid Performance CRM you can create a project dashboard that will help you in creating a project overview, or with any other data format like using pie chart or bar chart you can also create a dashboard as per your need. So if you see in this, we have created a basic informative data of the projects, where in which only the project name, start date, end date, priority, and which are all the executives it was assigned, and status is visible. Like this, if you want to add any other extra fields to be visible in the dashboard, you can do that as well. Now before moving on to the project module, let me give you an idea of clients. So clients or customers are the one whom you are going to create projects for. So before even adding a project, we recommend you to add a client first, and then you can add projects. Now all the fields which are available in client module is customizable. You can also have a very minimal fields. In case if you want to add more fields, you can add it from the settings page. Now moving on to the projects. If you see in this account, we are having 11 projects, and all these projects are assigned to multiple executives in a team. So you can have multiple team members working on a particular project, and you can also have multiple tasks under a primary project. So if I'm going to add a new project, you can click on add new. In here all the fields required for project will be available. So if you consider this demo account, you are having the project name, start date, due date, priority, attachment, type. You can have various type of project. This can be customizable as per your need. You can have the clients to select the clients for which client you are creating the project, what is the cost of this project, to what are the executives you want to assign to, and what are the status. Now here, as I told, you can customize this type or status as per your need. In order to do that, you need to go to settings, and under settings we are having project and task setting. So if you go here, if you want to add any new status, you can add it from here by adding this setting. If you want to add a new project type, then you can go to project type and add it from here. If you want to modify the fields, like you want to add a new field, customize any of the existing fields and all those things, you can do those things from here. So if you want to add a new field, you can click on add new and add the field details over here. You can mention the field name and what is the type of field that you want, whether it should be a text box, text area, drop down, calendar, etc, etc. So once the field is added here, you can also drag and drop the order of it. For example, if you want this particular field to come above or below, that is also possible. You can enable any particular field for a project or for a task and subtask. So as I showed here in the project module, you can have fields for projects. You can have separate fields for tasks. For example, if I'm adding a new task, here I can restrict whatever fields I wanted. So there is no need for us to show all the fields of a project in task. So all the task field can be different. In a similar way, when you're adding a subtask, those fields also can be different. So you can define all these things over here. You can also hide certain fields to certain executive user roles. That is also possible. If you need more field customization for projects, you can get in touch with our support team and they'll be giving you a detailed idea on how to modify this. Now once these fields are customized as per your need, you can start adding the projects. So let me add a new project and show you what are all the things you can do using Solid Performance. You can click on add new. So in here I'm adding a project. So let me take it as sample 1. So for a project you can define a start date and due date. For example, if 11th is the start date and 30th is the due date for this project, I can set the priority, and if any attachment is needed I can attach, and as I told, type can be added, so this can be customized also. So I'm also selecting the client so that this particular project will be linked with a particular client. If cost is there for a project, I can also add the cost of this, and I can select all the executives who is going to work on this particular project, and I can write the complete details of the particular project. Now a project is created. For this particular project there is no task created under this. In order to create a task, what we can do is you can click on this action icon and click on create new task. So for a particular project I'm going to add tasks. So in here I can also select executives which belong to the same project only. If some new executives are there, I cannot be able to add. If I want to add that, then I have to go and edit that particular project again, and only then I can be able to add a new executive. So only the executives which was assigned to a particular project can be able to add it under the task. So I just selected 2 executives and I'm adding a task as task A, and I'm having a separate start date and due date for that. So I want start this task on 15th and I want to get it completed on 17th, and what is the priority of this and details about this. So in a similar way, you can have multiple tasks associated with a particular project. So for now, if I see there is one task allocated, you can also have a project list view. You can switch it to task view also. So if you click on all tasks, the list of tasks will be visible. So again, you can switch it back to project view. So for a project name sample1, there is one task added under this. Now you can also add subtasks under Solid Performance. So you go to the view page, and in here you'll be having this particular project and particular task, and in here you can also add subtasks. So for this subtask, again you can assign different executives which belong to the primary task. In a similar way, you can have 3 layers, like one by one you can divide it. So now this will be subtask A, and you can have again start date, due date, priority, everything as per your need. So I'm just adding this, so you can have 3 levels like this. Once the project task subtask is added, whatever activities are happening, for example for this it is not yet started. Now if a team is started working on it, or a team member is going to work on this, they can punch in for that particular task. Now a person, Bashir, is going to sign into this particular task to start working on it. He can start punching into this. So once he punch in, what will happen is the time will start getting calculated and it will be monitoring over here. So whenever he finishes this particular task, he can also punch out of this, so that the overall time calculated or overall time consumed for this particular task will be calculated. In a similar way, you can also add updates of a particular task. So once the work is done for this task, you can mark like work completed so and so, and you can change the status of this task to completed, and you can update the status. So now it is updated. In case if you are having any photos or any files that you need to attach, any documents that you need to attach, that also you can upload it from here. So now this particular task is completed. Now if I go to the project list page, I'll be having this data, and if I go to the view page of this particular project, it will show like one task is there and this task is completed already. In a similar way, you can also punch into a particular project and start working on it. You can make updates and upload files for a project also. All the time consumed will be calculated and the overall time consumed will be visible over here. So you can easily track what is the time consumed for completing a particular project from the beginning till the end. So this covers the basic requirement of the project module with Solid Performance CRM. In case if you have any other requirements or if you need any other clarifications, you can get in touch with our support team and they'll guide us. Thank you.